Hello and welcome to my channel. And I'm your host, Arti Solanki. And today we are, I basically interview all the local leaders, which are all women entrepreneurs from different industries. And they bring such a powerful and a lot of their experience comes either they are starting out with something new or a very highly experienced people. And today, talking about experience, I have a pleasure of meeting Wendy Lee. She is a former HR executive, an international speaker, an author, and a retreat leader. Just lots and lots of talent. I welcome you, Wendy, to our show, and I really appreciate your time with us. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Artie, for having me today. And we definitely are kindred spirits because we're doing a lot of similar things in the world. So I knew immediately we were going to get connected. So thank you for this opportunity today. So
Mm.
yeah, my name is Wendy Lee, and I'm the CEO and founder of Leadership Revolution. And that encompasses all of those things that help us as women to be the best leader of our lives, whether it's in our business, our personal lives, our relationships, because we're the common denominator, right? So
Uh,
wherever we go. And it's really about just trying to see where some of the roadblocks are or some of the default patterns. Our thinking sometimes
mhm.
comes in and it's not really the truth. So getting underneath, excavating some of that stuff, and I do that in a variety of ways. So I was in the corporate world for a very long time. My last position was Senior Vice President of Human Resources. And I kind of went through my own personal challenge while in that position that led me to a life coach. And it totally changed my life. So much so that within about 2 years, I decided to leave at the height of my career so that I could pursue this part full time. So
Awesome.
it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah, that was really my next question, a little bit about how you went from being in HR to being a, retreat leader, a coach, a transformation coach, and you have been like when I was reading through your bio, it was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, so that very well answered the question. Like, I guess we all go through a certain level of stress when we're doing things that we don't realize how much it's affecting our mind, our body, and then there is a time when we like really snap and we think, okay, this is it, I cannot no longer take this, and I'm going to find my path. And it sounds like that's what you have done, like found your path of what you want to do in your
Yeah,
life.
I think the universe conspires to be in our corner because we kind of get a little whisper and then we get a little tap. And if we don't pay attention, we'll eventually get something that will grab our attention.
Right.
And the specifics of how I made that move is so I'm plugging along. I have this, high position in HR. I'm very successful. I love what I'm doing. But in my personal life, I'm really struggling and happen to be going through a divorce. And I couldn't reconcile, like, how is it that I can be so successful
Right.
on this side of my life, but on this side, it was just a challenge. And I just kind of raised my hands in the air and were like, I don't want to keep doing this. And it led me to a transformational retreat
Mm.
that made me understand that I was just in a default pattern of super uber masculine energy of the doing, the proving, the achieving, because I didn't really have a good sense of my self-worth.
Right.
So from the outside, it looked like I had it all together, but on the inside, I was still dealing with some challenges. And just that knowing,
Mhm.
oh, that's why I'm doing these things. I brought that back to the corporate world and I started changing while I was in the corporate world. You know,
Right.
sometimes people are like, well, this is happening on the outside. These things are happening. It's because of that. It's because of how we feel about ourselves. So I
Absolutely.
started leaning in more and bringing in more my feminine energy, which was connection, collaboration, intuition. And it really made an impact while I was still in the corporate world. And that's when I said, I think there's something to this. I'd like to share this on a broader scale.
That's fantastic. That's really amazing. So tell us a little bit about the retreat. Who
Yeah,
would really benefit this retreat is for just all women in general,
yeah,
or it's a specific, uh, kind of a women that you would recommend this retreat for?
yeah. So because I had such a huge shift on a transformational retreat, it's one of my favorite things to do because I know how powerful they are. So sometimes when you think of retreat, you might think of, going off to the Bahamas and putting your toes in the sand and maybe drinking a Mai Tai and, and there are those kinds of retreats.
Yes.
But this is a transformational retreat. This is a chance for women who are always super busy. Like, how many people are subscribing to the hustle and grind, where
Hmm.
your calendars are full all the time? You're trying to juggle 10 things at once, more than likely because we're women, we're caregivers by nature, but
Yep.
sometimes we can overgive to the depletion of our own time, our own well-being, and our own energy. And sometimes we get to the point where we're just depleted.
Right.
And what if there was a way, one, that you could slow down so we can relax our nervous system so that maybe we can get underneath of why are we really keeping so busy,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
absolutely. And it is very important to just take some time for ourselves and just
Yeah,
take a deep breath. And you're right about it. Like how with all this hustle and bustle, we forget to just take care of ourselves and take, that moment of like realizing that, okay, I think I need a break. I think I just need time off. And that just, it's not just important for your body, but also for your mind.
it
And
does.
it's a very, very important task that as a being a woman, 90% of the time we forget about it. 90% of the time. There's rarely a time for ourselves that we like to say, because as a mother, as a wife, as a business owner, so we're trying to do everything. We wear multiple hats. And that sounds fantastic about your retreat. Now, the other question I had about it was, so you already mentioned how it is different from other retreats, and do you want to go in depth with that, like a little bit
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, I would love to. So and I do this retreat a couple of times a year. And the thing that I really love about it is that it's holistic. So you get to really unwind. There's going to be chef prepared, very nutritional meals, so you don't have to cook.
Oh,
You get
wow,
somebody that's going to cook for you. So you get
best
really
thing.
cared for. It's a slower pace. So we'll be doing some self-development workshops throughout the day, but then we'll have plenty of time. Like we do slow mornings. We don't start anything till 10 o'clock. So if you want to meditate or do yoga or take a walk in nature early to take time for yourself, read a book, sleep in late, right?
Oh,
How many
wow.
times do you get to do that? So that's the most part of it, where we get to do that, slow down, take care of ourselves, and then learn a little bit, create some awareness through the self-development workshops. But then there's time in between where we do somatic experiences. Somatic means that there's everybody carries energy.
Mhm.
And listen, when we're so stressed, meaning we're going, going, going all the time, and our body doesn't get to repair, because it's okay to be stressed in spurts, but when it's constant, it can really wreak havoc on your body. That's why you feel anxiety. That's why you feel stress. That's why you can even have bigger health issues because it stores in your body. The
Absolutely.
workshops take care of the mind. the somatic experience is through light, vibration, sound, and there's different stations that you can go to that release that trapped energy. And then we also have some experiences where we're going to do a bathing in the forest. It's
Oh,
called forest bathing,
oh,
which
wow.
means you're basically being supported by nature
Sure.
and
Hmm.
you're soaking in all of the energy of nature. And then we have another experience where we're going to do some ancient Egyptian oil, a whole experience around that. The curators of the place where it's hosted at Golden Hill Resort Center, they travel all over the world and they have found these essential oils in Egypt that are just transformative.
Oh, wow.
Um, so
Interesting.
there's a lot of things, and then there's a lot of connection with the women in the group. So you get really connected, so you don't feel like, hey, I'm the only one that feels this way.
Right.
And I can connect with other like-hearted women that are really searching for, do I have to hustle and grind all the time? Or could there be a different way that I could have the success, make that impact in the world, but not at the sacrifice of myself?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
That's very important. So, how many women do you expect, or the max that you
Yeah.
accept in this group?
So this retreat center I selected on purpose because of the energy around it, and it's a very intimate space. So the max is 20. I already have 10 spots filled.
Oh,
So I
wow.
have about 10 spots left. And I do that on purpose so that we can truly connect. I don't want anybody to get lost in a sea of 100 people.
Right. It's not about the a lot of people and I'm doing this huge retreat. It's about being close to each other and knowing each other and really experiencing the whole benefit of the whole retreat program. So
It
that's
really creates more intimacy into me, I see. So people can really be heard, seen, and validated. We just discount so much of ourselves. So I
Mhm.
want women to know they are valuable and
Right.
important.
Right, right. That's really amazing and to the point, the purpose, the whole purpose of that retreat. So
Yes.
So what does a women ideally expect after the retreat? Like what are the feedbacks that you get from like after the retreat is done? I'm
Yeah.
sure you hear all about those fantastic things that they've experienced, but I'd like to hear it from you. What do you hear from them and what to expect after the retreat?
Yeah. Thank you for that, because I actually did some interviews with people after the last one I did in December. And it's an interesting statement. It's like, it's nothing what I expected.
Mm,
I couldn't believe how much I shifted my mindset in 3 days. And I'll give you just a super quick story. There was one woman who signed up 2 days before the retreat. The retreat was already technically closed, but I
right.
had 2 spots left because of a certain situation. And she found me in a way that we still don't understand how, right? And she was asking all these questions, asking all these questions. And I finally responded and I said, if you found me now, there's a reason you're supposed to be here. And she showed up at the retreat. And at first, she was very protective of
Right.
our energy. Like I'm a hugger. So I
Yeah.
kind of leaned in for a hug and she gave me a handshake, which is fine. I want to honor people's space.
Mm.
And she was a little bit keeping her space from other people. But after the first half of the first day, she moved from sitting kind of by herself, talking to other people and opening up.
Wow.
And she said, I've never felt more safe and seen in such a short period of time because I was skeptical about coming here. Like, what kind of retreat is this going to be?
Right.
So what really people say is that they feel safe and they feel connected and they switch some sort of thinking that
Hmm.
they thought was permanent.
Yeah. It's
And
the
so then they have more
it's
options.
it's all the positive energy that's coming
Yeah,
around, and you feel the power, right? You connect
yes,
with nature, you connecting with people with
yes.
the same energy level. So it's
You use the right word. We feel,
yeah,
sometimes we stay so busy to avoid our feelings. But
yeah,
if we can just get those out in a safe space, there's
yeah,
so much, you just get relief.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So when is this retreat
yeah,
take place? I know you already mentioned where, but please share that information. And we'll also be posting in the link below on our YouTube channel the address and how to contact Wendy and all the fantastic things about her. We'll post that underneath in our YouTube channel, but please let us know when and
yes.
how they can register for it.
And thank you so much for sharing that. I so appreciate that. So
Yeah.
it's at Golden Hill Retreat Center, which is in Cold Spring, Texas, which is right at the corner. It's right before Lake Livingston. So it's near the Sam Houston National Forest.
Mm.
So just kind of gather that around.
Yeah,
Um, and it's going to be May 10th through the 12th. And I specifically chose that date because it's Mother's Day weekend. So you arrive Friday and around 11, and it's Friday all day Saturday, and then it'll finish at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So you still have time to go and celebrate Mother's Day.
that's it.
But the reason I like the mother is because we're in Mother Nature. And what if we mother and nurture ourselves a little bit?
Yeah,
Because Artie, when we do that, we become more full and more available for the people that we love, for our business, for our kids, for our family. We
absolutely.
actually have better energy when we do that.
Yeah.
So it's May 10th through the 12th.
And this makes me say this, that all the kids that are listening to this channel, and this is the best Mother's Day gift probably you can give to your mom too. So
There was
it's
actually a woman
timing, and
that went
you'll
last
you'll
time.
see a complete renewed mom to
Yes,
take her for your Mother's Day dinner after the retreat.
I
So
love
here
that.
you go.
There was a woman last year that her husband bought the retreat for her.
Yeah, so when you mentioned that, I was like, yeah,
That's
it's
perfect. I love that.
perfect. But again, and I really appreciate you taking the time and letting us know. And, our viewers can learn all about you, and I'll put all the details in our channel. And thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming. And
And I really want to say that, first of all, thank you very much. Thank you for what you're doing in the world. And when you go to the link on the retreat, there's a chance that you can reach me directly.
okay,
Don't let anything get in your way if this is calling to you. Like, we can work out payments, we can work out time, whatever it is. If you want more information, if you're not sure, is this really for me? If it's even given you a little bit of, that's interesting, let's hop on a call. So you have a chance to contact me directly in the link to the retreat that gives you all of the details.
fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah,
And today, so we end our interview here, and I just want to say to all my viewers, thank you so much for joining us, and subscribe, like, and share so that I can bring you more women entrepreneurs from different industries, and we can interview them, their experience, their journey, and what's going on with their business. So keep it, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Bye.
thank you. Bye-bye.